Borderlands was released in 2009 and was developed by Gearbox Software and published by 2K and Telltale Games. Now, this was before Gearbox absolutely shafted the Aliens Colonial Marines game. However, it's been a while, I should probably forgive it. Let me try. Nope, can't do it. However, setting that aside, I have always dabbled in Borderlands games, as in played a couple of hours of each one. However, I had never taken the time to actually properly sit down, play them and go through them, so I decided to do just that. The Borderlands Pandora's Box collection went on offer on Steam for which I thought was a pretty good price, and I picked that up, and I'm starting with Borderlands. Now, it took me just over 11 hours to beat Borderlands. That's with doing a good chunk of side stuff and just the main quest. If I just did the main quest, I think I probably would have done it in about 8-9 hours, but it doesn't allow you to do that because it sort of does level gate you out, so it does sort of incentivize and, well, not so much incentivize, but force you to do side content to level up. However, that's not a bad thing. The game holds up incredibly well today and in 2024, and is jam-packed full of randomly generized loot and randomly generized side quests that can be taken on these job boards. Now, there are also quests that aren't randomly generated and they're just given out by certain NPCs, and you can take on those, which is quite varied and pretty cool. This gameplay is only from about 5 hours into the game. Now, the game really doesn't open up until you get to like a city hub called New Haven. The game starts off quite modest, and I thought, and that's where the game begins, is pretty much the furthest I ever got. But after going through, getting to New Haven, and all of the side quests just opening up, and all the new weapons and the different loots, it was all pretty cool. I chose the sniper guy. I'm not a Borderlands mega fan, I do apologise. I don't know the ins and outs of the entire game. I do know, however, that there are like 17 million different combinations of weapons with different elemental effects and stats and all that. I think it won like Guinness World Records for it, I think, which is pretty cool. There's plenty to see and plenty to do, plus you can play co-op as well with randos or with a friend, and people still do play the Borderlands games daily pretty actively. As I recorded this video, I had a quick look because I've installed Borderlands 2 and I'm ready to start that one. There's 5,000 people playing Borderlands 2. That's like 4,500 more than what I'm playing Suicide Squad on Steam. That was a cheap shot. That was cheap. I'm so sorry. I haven't played Suicide Squad. I probably won't, but I can't help but throw a cheap shot in there. And it's not DC Suicide Squad that I dislike. It's the fact that it was released at 70 quid, etc, etc. So I do apologise on that one, especially if you are a fan. It's all fun. I'm just having a laugh. So please don't take that super serial. But with Borderlands, essentially, you play as a character and you have to go and find different artifacts and relics to open up a vault, which once every 200 years opens up. And I did not know what was going to come out of the vault or what I would find, but I did not know it was going to be a nightmare vagina, that's for sure. You'll know if you check it out on the internet or play the game yourself, you'll know what I mean by that. I do also believe that Borderlands, the first Borderlands, was the first looter shooter, I think. I don't remember any looter shooters before that. The only games there were obviously RPGs like Diablo and etc that has randomized loot and stuff, but Borderlands was the first time I think it was implemented with first-person shooter or with guns as such. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments of any other games that I can check out, because I do enjoy looter shooters. There are some obviously dreadful ones, we all know this, but Borderlands is actually pretty good. The art style holds up pretty well because of the cartoonistic way it is, so that it doesn't age poorly. You can munch around in a vehicle throughout several different open world areas, and like I said, various lots of side quests and side content to do, plus the DLC packs. My character, I think I was only level 33 when I completed the game, and you can do like a new game plus, playing as the same character, or you can play as one of the different classes and unlock all their abilities, because each one has unique stats and abilities that can be leveled up as you level up. unlocking skill points, skill trees, etc, etc. We all know the rest. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs because that's just, well, that's just boring, isn't it, really? But 100%, I do recommend Borderlands today. Just bear in mind I played this on PC, and you might notice with some of the gameplay that the game for like 75% of the time runs absolutely flawlessly, maxed out, and it should do on my... I've got a high-end machine, but for some unknown reason, at times the frames would just... performance would just drop to just a couple of frames per second, and sometimes I'd even have to restart the game in order for it to reset and go back to normal again. Nobody knows why it does this. The developers apparently don't even know why, because it's not just me, it seems to be a lot of people, and that's the only point of contention. If I enjoyed the game and it came with the pack of the rest of the Borderlands, I haven't seen as of yet any negative reviews for that happening with Borderlands 2, so hopefully I have a better way of going through it with Borderlands 2. But yeah, just be aware for the PC version that there is some performance issues. No matter, I dropped resolution, I dropped graphics, I did everything I could, and it was just random, absolutely random. But please let me know in the comments down below if you're a Borderlands fan, or if you've never checked them out before. I did have a lot of fun with the first Borderlands, and I am very keen to get into the second one, and munch on through that one. But as always, thank you very much for watching.